Hello students, good morning to everyone. Welcome back to online session in which we are going to study about fifth unit of principles of database, that is normalization. In the last session we have started types of functional dependencies. Firstly, we studied about functional dependency, how functional dependency works, how it is represented, and after that we have started types of functional dependencies. We have just a short look on a functional dependencies definition in the last session, but in today's session we will study it in detail. The first one type is of full functional dependency. What is full functional dependency? In a relation R, if the relation becomes a functional dependency of the form X determines Y is said to be full. When the question is when the relation is said to be full functional dependent, if the dependency no more sustains when any attribute is removed from X. Left hand side of the arrow of functional dependency. X means what? Here the left hand side of the arrow is known as a functional, is known as X. Then as I said you earlier, the X determines Y relation, that is the relation is full functional dependent if and only if the dependency no more sustains when any attribute is removed from X. For example, consider the relation student. Okay, student is a table and having the various attributes like roll number, course, grade, and so on, where the only functional dependency is roll number, course, which determines grade. Now in this case, grade is fully functional dependent on roll number and course if it is not identified either by only roll number or by course. How? Because the roll number should be same for different courses, but the courses will be different for, and so that we will call grade is a fully functionally dependent on roll number and course. Are you getting the example of full functional dependency? Full functional dependency, in short, you have to say only if the functional dependency no more sustains when any attribute is removed from X, then you can call it as a full functional dependency. Now the second one type is of partial functional dependency. What is partial functional dependency? It is exactly opposite to the full functional dependency. Partial, as its name suggests, that is small amount. Okay. In contrast with the full functional dependency in a relation R, if we have a relation R, a functional dependency of the form X determines Y is said to be partial. If the dependency persists even when any attribute is removed from X. Okay. If there is a change in the dependency when any attribute is removed from X, then and then only we will call it as a partial functional dependency. Here you can see the example. Consider the relation student information. Then what are the attributes? Just have a look on the attributes. Recall the attributes of the student information, or you can collect the attributes of the student information relation. Likewise, name, course, grade, phone number, course department. These are the various attributes of the student information. Then here functional dependencies are name determines phone number, course determines course department, name and course determines grade, or you can read it as a phone number is functionally dependent on name, course department is functionally dependent on course, and grade is functionally dependent on the name and course. Now if the name, course is a key of this relation, then grade is fully dependent on this key, but course department is dependent only on course, and phone number is dependent only on name. Hence, course department, phone number are partially dependent on this key. Are you getting? Firstly, partial functional dependency is exactly contrast opposite to the full functional dependency. Okay, when we will call a relation is having partial functional dependency if and only if the dependency persists even when any attribute is removed from the X. Now the next one is trivial functional dependency. Third type of the functional dependency is trivial functional dependency. In trivial functional dependency, consider there is one relation R, a functional dependency of the form X determines Y is called a trivial functional dependency. When? The answer is here, if Y is a subset of X. Are you getting? Y is a subset of X means what? The values of the Y are the subset of the X. Here mentioned that not necessarily a proper subset. That is, Y is a subset of X. For example, A determines A is a trivial functional dependency. For example, if A and B are the attributes of R. Now, A determines A and B determines A and B determines B, A and B determines A, B. That is, in the maths you have seen how the subset works. That is, if Y is a subset of X, then and then only you can call it as a trivial functional dependency. The entire above dependencies, as I told you earlier, are considered as a trivial functional dependencies. Now the next one type is of transitive functional dependency. What is transitive functional dependency? Consider there is one relation R in which Y is a functionally dependent on X. Means what? The form of relation is, the form of functional dependency is of X determines Y. Then it is said to be transitive functional dependency when if Y is functionally dependent on X and Z is functionally dependent on Y. That is, X determines Y and Y determines Z. Or you can say Y is a functionally dependent on X and Z is functionally dependent on Y. Then Z is a functionally dependent on X. Okay. These rules you have studied in the mathematics, maths 1, M1. So you can get it easily. Functionally dependent on X, Z is functionally dependent on X via rules of transitivity. There is a rule of transitivity that X determines Y and Y determines Z, then X determines Z. In this case, the functional dependency X determines Z is called as a transitive functional dependency. Here one example is given. Consider the following relation which is having the relation student with attributes roll number, course and teaching. Okay, teach. These are the attributes of the student. Here functional dependency are roll number determines course, course determines teach. Now, what is the transitive functional dependency? Roll number determines teach. The teach field is said to be transitive dependent on roll number. Okay. Now, the next type is non-trivial functional dependency. If there is a relation a functional dependency of the form X determines Y, or you can say Y is functionally dependent on X, it is said to be non-trivial if and only if Y is not subset of X. That is, Y is not subset of X, the formulative representation is given here. For example, example is what? An employee table or relation with three attributes, namely employee ID, employee name, employee address. The following functional dependencies are non-trivial. How? Employee ID determines employee name and employee ID determines employee address. And in the first field, employee ID determines employee name, that is employee name is not subset of the employee ID, that is Y is not a subset of X, and employee address is not a subset of employee ID. These are the example of non-trivial functional dependency. Now the next one type is of completely non-trivial dependency. If and functional dependency X determines Y holds where X intersect Y is equals to phi, it is said to be completely non-trivial functional dependency. And the last one type is of functional dependency is multi-valued dependency. Multi-valued dependency arises when we have a problem to repeat every value of one of the attributes with every value of the another attribute to keep the relation instances consistent. Consider a relation R in which X, Y and Z are the three different attributes or sets of attributes such as X, where X is proper subset of relation R, Y is a proper subset of relation R and Z is a proper subset of relation R. Here that symbol determines proper subset. In this relation R, if for every value of X there exists a set of values for Y and Z, but the set of values for Y and Z are not dependent on each other, then Y and Z are multi-valued dependent on X. That is, X determines Y and a relation R in a multi-valued dependency of the form X determines Y is said to be trivial multi-valued dependency if Y is a subset of X or X union Y is equals to R. On the other hand, a multi-valued dependency of the form X determines Y is said to be non-trivial multi-valued dependency if Y is not subset of X and X union Y is not equals to R. For example, consider relation schedule as a relation. Which relation? Schedule. As shown in following figure. The course is scheduled a number of times during the week. On each such a meeting, the room in which it meets may be different. Thus, the dependency between course and day is not simply functional but multivalued. Similarly, the dependency between the course and room, here you can see what is the dependency between course and room in which it meets, it is multivalued. These multivalued dependencies can be indicated as the mathematical form is given here. Course determines room, day, time, say A determines B. The double-headed arrows, the double directed line arrows is read as a B is multi-dependent on A. Here you can see the table in which in course attribute the values 350 are double and that's why here course is multi-dependent on room, day and time. However, a given course meets on a given day and time but one room, that is there is a functional dependency course, day and time determines what? Room. Multivalued dependency. arise when a relation R having non-atomic attribute is converted to the normalized form. What is normalized form? There is no repetition of data or values. You can call it as a normalized form. That's why here, as I said you, the relation R having a non-atomic attribute is converted to the normalized form. For each x value in such a relation, there will be set of y values associated with it. Only you have to take the example of x determines y, or you can say it as a y is functionally dependent on x. This association between x and y values does not depend on the values of the other attributes in the relation. Suppose we have two tuples that is T1 and T2 in relation R, defined on relation schema R with the same x value. We exchange the y values of these tuples and call the tuples, so obtain the T3 and T4, that is tuple 3 and tuple 4. Then the tuple 3 and tuple 4 must also be in a relation R. This is all about the multivalued dependency. In the next session, we will start a new point, that is closures of set of functional dependencies. Thank you.